true, true. Yes, quite. Yeah. Well, yeah. Sadly, that is the truth, right? Like, so,
Yeah,
even though I'm busy, I try to listen to English at least 30 minutes a day. So yeah, I
that's
was
great.
trying, and well, hopefully, yeah, I can reach the like at the top level, like maybe like 99% native. Well, yeah. Well, if I reach that amount of level, then my English, maybe even though I didn't speak for like a week, then
Yeah,
still my English level will be stable. So yeah,
yeah.
hopefully I can reach like the very highest level, high level, and
Mm,
yeah, spend my time. I had to spend more time on something else, like the thing I really enjoy. So first, yeah, I enjoy math the most, mathematics the most. The English just like the second. So
yeah.
yeah, I want to do that. So
I
yeah, if
mean,
I want to do that, yeah, I need to work really hard, right? I need to,
exactly. Especially with maths, it's a difficult subject.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if I study English a little bit more hard, then well, yeah, my dad's saying, yeah, you have good English, and if you study a little bit more, if you have a little, you're how to say, when you reach a little higher level, then you can learn English effortlessly. Like if you just listen, that is going to help you a lot. So that's what my dad's saying. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'll practice a lot, and then maybe
exactly.
later, yeah, I can just play the podcast and learn
Yeah.
English effortlessly, and
Have it in
you know.
the background, just happening. Yeah, exactly. At that
Yeah.
point, like your dad said to you, that at that point you're just making sure you're listening to it. It's not even about learning anymore. It's just making sure you've got English around you,
That's right.
which is
Yeah. I
which is
mean,
so.
yeah, that's right.
I,
Yeah, you should.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to keep it up, you could always study maths in an English university when you finish high school, and then you will have both.
Yeah. Well, that is a perfect case. Yeah. If I can study abroad, like maybe in America or UK, then I
Yeah.
can
Or
study
Australia.
English, and yeah, or Australian as well, like Ireland. English country. I can learn the things I want and English at the same time. So yeah,
Exactly.
perfect, right?
Exactly.
And yeah, but to do that, I have to have a like a almost close to a native. Yeah, I have to be almost close to a native, right? So yeah, to do that, I have to practice a lot. Yeah,
You'd
like
be surprised. You'd be
yeah,
surprised, especially studying. Like, it's, yeah, you need to have a good level, but I've seen people do it. I've done it myself, studying in a foreign university. I did a year abroad in Spain and France, and my French wasn't that good, but I could still figure out what was going on, and so it's still possible. I wouldn't rule it out just because you're not near native at the time. But honestly, by the time you get to that age, if you carry on with the way you're going, I can't see you having a problem being close to native. I
oh
think it would
really?
definitely be a possibility.
Oh well, I actually didn't know that. Well, yeah. Well, I guess that's good to know. That's good to know. Well,
Yeah.
I also because I thought I have to be like almost close to native. So yeah, I had some pressure on me. Like
Yeah.
I have to study really hard and yeah. So, but
I mean,
it's not
yeah.
that.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. The more English you know, the better English you speak,
That's yeah.
easier it will be, because obviously the problem is you will be studying in a foreign university, so you're making your life harder because it's not your native language. But you can definitely do it. Like, it's definitely possible. It's just much harder. The lower
Uh,
level of English you have, the harder it is, obviously. So the more you can do, the easier your life will be if you study abroad. It's
yeah.
the way.
So now I exactly got what you mean. Like, even though you don't speak almost close to, even though you can speak like a native speaker, it's still possible. But yeah, like the better you speak, you will feel much comfortable. And if you,
Exactly.
okay, yeah, then yeah, I'm going to study English every day. It takes effort to become effortless, right? So yeah,
Absolutely.
trying to,
That's a very good saying. I like that. It takes effort to become effortless.
that's right. Yeah.
It's a
Even
very
like
good
there's no doubt
expression.
about it. Yeah.
To be honest, I think you'll find, say you do study in the UK or America or Australia, that is the time your English will improve the most because you will be surrounded by it 24/7. Like your whole life will be in English. You'll have to go to the supermarket in English, go to restaurants in English, do university classes in English. You'll have to say you need some documents for whatever reason. English, exams, English, everything in your life will be in English. And that is when you will gain that native level because you will have to deal with things that you never had to deal with in the language before. It's very stressful, but it's so useful. I found it with Spain. I could speak Spanish, but when I had to go and get my documents for something, I was like, I don't know what any of these words are. So I've learned, you learn just a completely different way of speaking, I guess, a way of learning English. So it will be really useful for your level to study in the UK or America or somewhere
Yeah,
else.
that is going to be a really good experience. So yeah, I would
Yeah,
definitely want to do that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so yeah, hopefully I can study abroad. Maybe.
I think with your level even with your level at the minute, you'd be fine. You just they call it culture shock. You would have culture shock because it's a completely different way of living.
Ah, yeah. I mean, like it's like completely different culture, right? I know one. Like one famous example is like our car. When it comes to car, like usually in South Korea or not just in South Korea, like most Asian country, the driver's seat is in on the left, but on the in the UK, you guys have the driver's seat on the right, right?
Yeah.
So that is the how do I say very different culture. Also, like you know, I mean here we use spoon and chopstick. You guys use knife and pork.
Yeah.
That's and pork, not fork. So yeah, still there's more, right? And but yeah,
Even
well,
people realize, yeah.
yeah, but actually, I'm very good at getting used to new things. So probably that won't matter.
Yeah.
Hopefully that won't matter. And
You
hopefully I
can
can.
adapt.
Yeah, well,
Adapt. Yeah, you can adapt.
you that means like can you explain me in details like
It's exactly what you've just said. It's just a different word to say. You're used to getting you're good at getting used to new things. That's what adapt means.
so that is adapt. So can I
Getting
say
used yeah, go
I'm
on.
well I'm adapt at maybe new things, well, or can you make a sentence like it's quite
Absolutely. So what you said was I'm good at getting used to new things. So if you use this verb, it's a verb, so you
uh
have to conjugate. So I'm good at adapting to new to new things. That works. I'm good at adapting to new things. It just means you're good at getting used to doing something different, getting used to a new experience. It is basically a more high level way of saying getting used to.
yeah, well, I think yeah, it sounds more native, I think, if I say this. And also it's way simple, right? you know
Yeah,
like a word. uh yeah, so I think it's yeah, it is a good one to know because I
yeah,
usually say
definitely.
that thing a lot. So yeah.
You'll notice it now when you listen. It's a word. Now that you know it, you'll notice it when you listen to your
Yeah,
English.
maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I can easily notice when everyone said this, and if I keep listening to this word, then I might speak by myself one day. Yeah. So
Exactly. I
well.
always say learning new vocabulary, I'm sure you'll agree, judging by how you learn your language. I always find it's best to learn in context rather
Oh yeah,
than
yeah.
a list. If you just learn a list of words, you'll never remember those words because you're
That's
not
right.
using them. But if you
Yeah,
learn
true.
within a context, then you know when to use it, you know how it's used, you have a memory to attach to the word. And then I always think, like you say, you will hear it and then eventually you will use it yourself and then that's in
Yeah,
your memory.
I totally agree with you, and that's what my dad also said that you must learn vocab in the sentence, or If you just like if you learn a new word by a word list, vocabulary list, then you can use it in the
Oh,
life. So yeah,
exactly. I
well, I
agree with
think
your
I agree with
dad.
you. Yeah. So
So
and
there's,
that's
yeah,
yeah. So no, no,
carry
it's,
on.
no, it's nothing very special. Yeah, you can just keep going. What are you trying to say?
I was just going to ask, does your dad speak English then? Because he
Oh,
gives you, he seems to give you good advice.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a really good mentor to me. Yeah, he does speak English pretty well. Well, I'll say he's close to native. Yeah, he's well, yeah, and also he was really interested in English. And he failed a lot and spent a lot of time learning English. So yeah, he knows I would say he's an expert. So
Yeah,
yeah, he knows a lot of good ways to learn English, and yeah, told me those ways and
that's so good.
followed him, and now yeah, the results, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Definitely,
So yeah,
definitely. It's good
and
to have someone who has experienced it too. And if you say he failed a lot in the past, he knows what are the bad ways to learn a language as well as the good ways.
that's right. That is why. Well, I mean, well, I guess yeah. If there what well, how do I say? If my dad wasn't really like an English person, then I think my English level won't exist. Yeah, like So yeah, I think yeah, he's a really good coach for me, and yeah,
Yeah.
I always have to thank him. I
Yeah.
always feel yeah, I always have yeah, I always feel grateful to him. Yeah, because of him, I'm very good at English.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm like perfect. I still need more practice. Yeah, I still have a long way to go, but yeah, but I really like him. Yeah, he always helps me, and especially
That's
English
great.
and also with another things, right? So
Oh,
yeah,
that's good. Like you say, if you didn't have the advice, you probably your level would be lower because you would spend time learning in the wrong ways before
yeah,
finding the way that works for you. Whereas because he's already done it, he can tell you, no, do try this, this will work better. And then it just saves you so much time.
that's right. Yeah, so well, that's why I think yes, it is I'm in a really good situation because I don't have to
Yeah,
try the wrong way because if you're the first and I mean, and you don't know anything, right? And so you have to try all the way, and then you have to find the best way, which means
mm,
it takes a lot of time. But since yeah, my dad did everything, I didn't have to do that. So yeah, I was able to spend my precious time on something else. So yeah,
yeah,
feel really great. And also yeah, I guess he just doesn't he didn't only tell me the good advice. He also like how to say motivate me whenever I feel frustrated, whenever I feel depressed, whenever I get in a slump. So yeah, he was always cheering me up. So yeah, I think
oh,
yeah, he's a good person. Yeah, I mean,
I'm
and
sure he
also
will love how well you're speaking about him.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, sorry, what you say? Well, I couldn't hear pretty well.
Like you're speaking about him so highly to other people. I'm sure he would love that.
Yeah, yeah, and well, that is true, right? And I also feel thankful to him. And actually, this is everything is true. So yeah, and also yeah,
Exactly.
maybe if he watched the video, then he'll yeah.
If we ever met by some random chance, he would love that you spoke so highly of him.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, I sometimes directly tell my dad, thank, I was thankful to you. So yeah, maybe
Oh,
he,
that's so nice. I'm sure
yeah,
he appreciates that.
yeah,
That's so nice for you to do.
that's right. Yeah, I
But
mean,
like
it's good to have a good relationship with parents, right? So, and also, yeah,
absolutely
he's a good dad. So yeah, also,
so
yeah,
important.
yes, it's a good case. Well, but by the way, we only have like 25 seconds.
I
I guess
noticed.
time fly. Yeah.
It was
Well,
really, no, it was really. We had such a long conversation. I didn't even realize the time. It's good. You can clearly speak very well in English. Honestly, you're doing great. But hopefully we can have another class soon and do some more talking about some other topics. But it was really great to meet you.
yeah, I would love to do that. Well, it was really great meeting you. Well, I hope
Sounds
you have a
good.
wonderful day.
You too.
Goodbye.